Just like everywhere else in the country, twisted wreckage and roadside memorials are all too common in British Columbia.
I seen the car sitting there, and I seen it all.
Yet it could be years before these impaired driving tragedies show up in Canada's national statistics. That's because the BC Coroners Service has repeatedly failed to share its numbers with other agencies.
Nobody seems to give a damn, and it's very frustrating.
The CEO of Mothers Against Drunk Driving Canada says those numbers are critical to figuring out what's working and what's not.
People ask me all the time, ask our organization, ask our volunteers, what's happening on our roadways? Are you seeing anything? Not a chance. We're sitting on some legislative changes that we know have worked for alcohol, and would they work really well for cannabis? But until we have the data, governments won't listen to us because they're not going to make a change in legislation until there's proof, and proof comes in data.
The BC Coroners Service says it's been delinquent with the numbers because it's been consumed by the demands of the opioid crisis. However, the data delays started long before the spike in overdose deaths. BC also blames staff turnover and the switch from paper files to electronic ones. In an email today, the Coroners Service suggests the numbers will be ready sometime early next year. That process has unfortunately taken more time than we expected, but is near completion, they wrote.
The impact is significant. BC usually accounts for 10 to 15% of Canada's road fatalities, and the huge gap in the national data sharpens the contrast with the US, where coroners in all 50 states must share their numbers within months, not years. Jonathan Gatehouse, CBC News, Toronto.